Other quick announcements. First, effective today, we are lifting our travel advisory. There will no longer be required periods for quarantine for either out-of-state travelers coming to New Jersey or for New Jerseyans returning home from trips elsewhere. However, we do encourage everyone to continue to exercise common sense when traveling domestically and to follow all local health and safety protocols wherever you are traveling to. And if your goal is international travel, recognize that the COVID reality in many nations is much different than here, and adhere to the travel guidance and advisories posted by the U.S. Department of State. Also, as it was reported on Friday, I extended the current public health emergency for what should be the final time. Senate President Steve Sweeney and Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin and I, along with our teams, are working toward a legislative solution that will allow the public health emergency, which I first declared, Judy, on March 9th, 2020. Several lifetimes ago, it feels like. This will allow it to expire next month, while at the same time providing a path forward to ensure that we maintain the necessary tools to protect the public's health and safety for the duration of the pandemic. And finally, before we get to the numbers, I do want to address at this table our decision to retain our requirement that everyone in New Jersey continue to mask up when in an indoor public space, whether it be a store, a restaurant, a coffee shop, a diner, or what have you. To be sure, the CDC guidance is clear that fully vaccinated people are much safer to engage in everyday life than unvaccinated people. This is even more reason for every eligible New Jerseyan to make the decision to get vaccinated as soon as possible. The CDC said that vaccinated people don't need to wear masks at small private gatherings. We have always stated that reducing the spread of COVID in private settings comes down to personal responsibility. The CDC has also said that mask mandates remain a local decision. And you may have seen that Dr. Tony Fauci has cautioned, even after the CDC's announcement, I might add, that premature widespread removal of mask mandates, especially indoors, could reignite the virus. And again, as a reminder, New Jersey has never had a general outdoor mask requirement in situations without crowds. Our policy has been from the get-go that masks should be worn by everyone only when social distancing was impossible to maintain outside. Even though those who are unvaccinated should continue to exercise caution, today I will sign an executive order, which we previewed on Friday, eliminating the outdoor mask mandate altogether in settings open to the public. However, there remains a simple reason why the indoor mask requirement will remain in effect. While we have made tremendous progress, we are not out of the woods yet. The majority of New Jerseyans are still unvaccinated, and we're not checking anyone's vaccine status at the door when you go to the supermarket or to a hardware store, for instance. I don't know how we can expect workers to be able to tell who is vaccinated from who isn't, and it is unfair to put the burden on business owners and frontline employees to police every patron. And certain high-risk settings like correctional facilities and long-term care facilities and activities involving infants and children like childcare and summer school will continue to require or strongly encourage masks for all individuals given the vulnerable nature of the populations. And that is supported by the updated CDC guidance. So the best thing we can do for now, and this is not forever and always, folks, we just need more time on the clock, is to keep our indoor mask mandate in place in public settings to protect you, your family, the workers, and the entire community. I was proud to see the support from another dear friend, Mark Perrone, head of the National United Food and Commercial Workers Union, in support of our decision to keep our indoor mask policy in place for the time being. Again, not forever and always. Additionally, I would turn to the words of the Chicago restaurateur Rick Bayless, who recently said, and I quote him, "I've visited virtually every table, mask on. It's okay, we're vaccinated," some of our guests without masks tell me. I am too, I say. We hope everyone here is, but we don't know. So we're asking you to wear masks as a measure of respect for everyone in here tonight. Good words of wisdom, Pat, from Rick, who I don't know, but I respect. And I think that's the way that we have to look at this. As I've said time and again, we've gotten as far as we have because we all recognized that the pandemic required us to be a little bit more selfless and a little less selfish. And this is one of those times. Again, this is not forever and always. We have this thing on the run. You're going to see from the numbers that we put out, this virus is on the run, and that is thanks to each and every one of you. A little bit longer here, and we accelerate our ability to drive this virus into the ground. And we're making, at the same time, tremendous strides in our vaccination program. Over the weekend, the CDC's count of New Jersey adults aged 18 and over who have received at least their first dose topped 70% of our adult population. Our in-house count is a little bit more conservative, but no less pointing in the right direction. Additionally, not that I'd know, but our shot in a beer vaccine incentive program continues to successfully move forward. And we are delighted by the many other incentives that business owners are coming up with independently. Our team is also working with statewide business associations on some new incentives we hope to be able to roll out in the coming days. So here's what it boils down to. We are going to be able to take off our masks indoors in the not-so-distant future as more and more people complete their vaccination courses. We just can't yet because we need to know unequivocally that doing so will not lead to a backslide in our progress. And again, we have this virus on the run, thanks to the millions of you out there.